Today I'm going to be reading a poem from this book. This poem is called Unhealthy versus Healthy Love. I lost who I am. I lost myself when they took that from me. I lost myself to please those whose loving eyes has never seen real healthy love. Lost in, do they really want the best for me? Or do they want my eyes to be lost in the same sight they see? So I chose that poem because that's what I want to talk about for today, is talking about losing yourself in situations that are very hard to understand why you're going through this. And when you're in such a damaging and toxic environment, you can lose yourself so fast, and it's so hard to find your way back to who you once were. And I know that life is so busy and chaotic, and the situation you're in is a situation that you didn't want for yourself, or maybe you can't even control the situation because it's family and they're just so damaging and toxic and destroying who you want to become because they're so lost in their own things and they were never taught to try and change that. And you craving that want to change and craving that need to get away is so valid and beautiful in a way, because you want to change yourself to become a better you and not be stuck in those loops that you're brought up in or just around. And I know that losing yourself is one of the most confusing times, and you don't even recognize yourself anymore in the mirror, and you don't even know why you're acting this way or partaking in things that you wouldn't normally partake in, hanging around people you usually wouldn't be hanging around with because they don't appreciate or value the morals that you believe in. And it's such a strange and confusing time. And I want you to understand that losing yourself is going to be part of life, and you're just going through your roller coaster, your ups and your downs. And I want you to know that no matter how lost you get, that little kid in you is still there. That person you once were and the person who you want to become is still deep inside you, no matter what. And that's something I wish I would have heard when I have lost myself over and over again. And understanding that there's a little kid in me that I want to take and show everything to helps me come back to my reality and becomes something more I want, because I want her to experience this world that she was so excited to see. And I think that's something that grounds me, is just remembering that I'm trying to find my way back to her. I'm trying to find my way back to my playful and youth side. And I want us to all know that no matter how life gets and how chaotic it gets and messy it gets, that there's always that little being rooting for you and wanting you to become better. And something that has also helped me when I lose myself is trying to step away for a minute and trying to remember that, is this something my little self would want? And if that answer is no, then it kind of pumps the brakes, and it's like a realization of, I really did lose myself and I need to find my way back. And I know finding yourself back can take so long, so please be patient with yourself, because it's just a lot of obstacles to get through to try to find yourself again. And I want you to understand that you deserve all the good that happens to you, and that no matter what life brings you, you're always going to come back to who you were. You're always going to become who you want to become. And nobody in this world can take that from you. And nobody can tell you otherwise, because once you find yourself again, you'll appreciate in a way that you did lose yourself, because it makes you realize that appreciation for losing yourself, because you experience so many things and now you know what you want for yourself in a way. So just remember that anytime you lose yourself, that there's always going to be a way back. And once you do find your way back, you'll love who you become.